Good morning, grand rising, blessings to everyone. I'll say it again. Good morning, grand rising, blessings to everyone. I never know when the screen pops up whether I'm actually live yet or not. I'm used to whatever the other Zoom. So anyway, with that little brief introduction, it's Charlie Riverman, the guy with brain fog, and no taste for 3 years, who is now laughing at many of the things that we're going through. And that may sound totally bizarre. And that's okay. I'm not here to say that I'm playing with a full deck, am I? Many people would think that what I talk about and what I express is a bit uh, on the wayward side, that what I talk about can't be possible, can't be done. It's just a dream. It's just you trying to um, listen to me and think that I have all the answers. So I would just like to express that I don't have all the answers. I am just like you, and I'm choosing to live a life of peace. And that's a choice. It's not going to come automatically because we live in a world where there is so much distraction that we've created on so many levels that it's hard for anybody to say, I'm going to be peaceful all day. And unless you're perhaps a guru or one who is a Zen master, can do that, then you will go through periods of, you can calm yourself down, you can meditate, you can listen to some kirtan or some very, nice, peaceful music, or some frequencies, sound frequencies to calm your body. And that'll last for a little while. But to choose peace every day and live in it is really going to be the biggest challenge of your life. And I say that because, as I said, the world around us is in a high intensity chaos. That's what I'm receiving, a high intensity chaos. I'm being guided to say, look at the sun. Look at your sun in the sky and realize how the energy that is going on and sending streams of energy to planet Earth, and it's exploding within itself at levels that they've been recorded before, but now they're just so intense. Part of that energy that we're feeling here is not only just solar energy, it's cosmic energy. It's not just our sun, it's many suns in many galaxies. What is a sun but a star? So all of this energy is now rising as a collective. It's not just planet Earth, it's not just our sun. I'm sure there are many people who know far more about this than I do. I just follow it. I just sense it. I just listen to my guides to tell me when I need to find a place to focus and be peaceful. And I started this journey more seriously this year. My attributes that I have and give to the world are peace, light, and love. And I work with light and I work with love. The last one was peace. So how do I come into peace? How do I choose peace? How do you choose peace? This morning, and I can't tell you, I didn't have any title. What was I going to do? And my beloved wife, Barbara, I said to her, what should I talk about today? And she says, I don't. She doesn't follow me. She lets me be who I am and appreciates who I am with her. And she says, peace. And I says, that's awesome. I says, because that's my journey this year. So blah, blah, blah. It's Choosing Peace Within Us is the title. And the title is really about how do we focus within ourselves and know that we can actually obtain peace. The first thing I read this morning from a dear friend, Benita, was from Viktor Frankl. And the words are, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. And I want to put that in the comments here. That message triggered a whole series of go finds. Listen and look for something that you can offer everyone here on the Facebook network, the Humanity Healing, your own page, your blogs, something that they can look and say, it's possible. And it's not only possible, but it's being advocated by many people, including yourselves. The problem is that we don't come together and unite once we come to peace within ourselves. The key to our future is to come to peace within ourselves and then share it with everybody. So we have a collective field of not a piece here, a piece here, a piece there, but we bring the peace, P-I-E-C-E, pieces of peace, P-E-A-C-E, together in harmony and balance. Sounds crazy, don't it, huh? Yeah, of course it does. So I pulled a card. I have these cards. They're no longer in print and they're hard to find, but they're called the 1111 alignment cards. And they were produced in about 1996. And this was near my near-death experience, and I was doing Course in Miracles in a bookstore. Actually, it was an AA bookstore as well. They did spiritual and recovery things there, and so I held a course there, A Course in Miracles. This card, when they were closing, this deck of cards called to me and said, "Buy me." I looked at it and said, okay. The card is choices, and it's got a crossroads. And the message is choices, oneness and duality. Choices, the fork in the road. And the words are, the time of decision has come. We all must choose. Do I stay in duality or move into oneness? as I said, this was 1995 or 1996. I'm not exactly positive. And the woman who did the Zero Star Child saw that I was posting some of these, and we spoke together, and she thanked me for honoring what she went through to produce these, the messages that she received. And so I continue. Alignment cards, yeah, they are. They're very rare, very hard to find, but if you can, they're an amazing little gift. So we're at this crossroads right now, if you want to look at that, where we have to come into our full presence. And our full presence is all our energies being cohesive, working together, aligning with the stars, aligning with the outside galaxies, aligning with other paradigms, aligning with our future selves, and aligning with our past selves. All of these things we've talked about, we've heard about, we need to come to own them and own the reality that we are multidimensional beings. As another gift from my guides, we are multidimensional beings. I'm not here as better than anyone else, nor are you. We are all here as part of an evolutionary process, which has happened before and will happen again. And part of it is because we become imbalanced. Everything becomes imbalanced in the universe, in the multiverse. And so there's this period of shifting and changing. I don't understand that, whether it's quantum theory or whatever. It doesn't matter to me what, how, why. What my purpose is to remind all of us that it's not just us alone that this is happening to. It's happening to the birds, it's happening to the trees, it's happening to the whales, it's happening to the dolphins. Everything is experiencing this. It's not just us. It's also not just us that have caused it, although we have contributed immense amounts of disturbance and distortion. So what we've done is impacted the density of the energy that we're going through. And we have created civilizations where the leadership wants to be sovereign over everyone, not allowing our own personal sovereignty to rise. And right now, it's a time for us to rise in our personal sovereignty and to claim who we are. And at the same time, we have people who are creating and now found that they can genetically modify us, and they will. They have no problem doing that whatsoever. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just telling you that when humans who are in control of other humans have power, they use it for their own selfish purpose first. The history of humanity, good, bad, or otherwise. Blessings to all of us. Yes, indeed. Blessings to all of us, dear. And that's what we're here to do. We are here to bless each other. So as I was moving through what am I going to write, what am I going to talk about, I reached over for this book, Songline of the Heart. The Songline of the Heart was written by Shelley Darling, who is the evolutionary dowser. She has her business is evolutionary dowsing, sacred evolutionary dowsing. She taught me dowsing. We've worked on places all around the world. We're in the process of writing a book about those journeys for others to realize how much we, from our heart and our coming together in resonance, what we can do that's positive. Look for it. It's coming out. We're not sure of the name yet, but it'll happen. We're in the last processes. She wrote this book and published it. And I opened it. I said, Shelley, give me something to read to everyone. And I turned to this page, and it's called Point of Presence. And when I read it, I realized I'm going to have to read the book again, because there's so much in it about her journey and her life and her shifting and changing and seeing things from a different perspective that I know personally from working with her. But when I saw this, I said, she's got gems hidden in this book that people will really resonate with. I'm not trying to promote the book, but I encourage you to buy it and get it at Amazon. Point of Presence, and I want to read this to you. Slow down, relax, and always choose love. Make it your commitment, no matter what is swirling around you. Keep your eyes wide open. There will be lots that you see. Engage only with what lights up your soul. Trust with every micro cell of your being. There is heavenly support. Ask for guidance daily with gratitude. Express fully with courage and care. Your capacity and skills are expanding every day. Believe it. Create with wild enthusiasm. Beauty, love, and grace are your golden essence. Keep tending the fire. Joy is not the result of the journey. It is the process and the way. Be it. And that's from Shelley Darling's book, Songline of the Heart, A Navigator's Guide to Resurrecting Your Heart. Anyway, yes, I agree. Yes, with many S's and exclamation points. And it's funny how we read things in a book and they hit us and then we keep moving on. But then we go back and finger through it just looking for something. And all of a sudden something pops out. This is what I want you all to do. I want you to go back through your books, go back through your life, your history, and find those moments that pop out to us that are delicious, romantic, cheerful, joyful, joyous, and start to focus on those. Not to sit there and say, oh, I miss those. I love those. And start to sprinkle them on your life. It's like a cake, and you're going to sprinkle all of these treats on the top of it. Because we have journeyed in our lives through enough joy and peace and wonderfulness. And we have done so many positive and amazing charitable things in our lives and helped so many that needed help. But we forgot. And they're all being covered over by all of these movies and dramas that somebody is feeding us from a movie studio. Most of it is designed to create an emotional, energetic frequency under which we will be easier to direct in one way or another. I could mention some that have just happened, some that have left me with brain fog and no taste or smell. And as I say that, I sigh because I send them love. You know, the saying is, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Well, they did know what they did, but I still send them forgiveness. Because somewhere down the road, they've created their own future. And that's what we're doing here right now. We are here to create the future for our children, our children's children, and their children, and their children, and their children, just like it was done for us. So we have to come together and choose peace within ourselves first. We cannot create peace if we don't understand peace. We cannot move in peaceful ways outside the door if we can't move within peace right here in this chair. So my message is to choose peace in everything you do and learn to recognize when you are not peaceful. And there's all kinds of levels of that. People have anxiety, people get panic attacks. My ex-wife of a long time had a disease where she couldn't leave the bedroom without fear. It's called agoraphobia. It's the most debilitating, mentally debilitating thing I've ever seen a person go through. And that's what's happening now. We are becoming fearful of going to the grocery store, going to the movies, coming into connection with each other physically. We're being guided to lean into this AI world, which now exists and is running in the background of what we're looking at. Whether they tell you the truth or not is irrelevant because they're going to do it anyway. They rule the world with this stuff. They know everything with this stuff. I'm not saying that's to be scared about, because we are sovereign beings. We were created as sovereign beings. We were created as energy beings of peace, light, and love, which diverts into what you see all around us. And everything else that's around us has an energy field of peace, light, and love that reflects it back to us. And the reason what's going on around us is dying is because we're dying. I don't like that message, but that's what's coming through. And what we're doing is we're actually poisoning ourselves. There's no matter how much poison you put, if you don't drink it, it won't kill you. So the key is, how do we come back into our hearts? How do we come back into our brains that know the difference between the brain and the heart and say, okay, I'm going to start trusting the heart. Yes, Starmans, our agoraphobia is a mental prison. It's horrifying. And it is about the higher frequencies of life that we are needed to come up to and own individually. So this fork in the road is really about oneness or duality. Where do we go from here? Sort of like the matrix. We know we're living in a matrix. We know we're living in a paradigm. We know so we've got this knowledge. This is now kindergarten stuff. All right, now we're going to high school here. What are we going to focus on? What do we want to be in our future as humanity, not just an individual person? And it's all about moving into oneness. I don't know if I read that card to you. I hope I did. Choices. But I'm going to read it again. There's my brain fog. Oneness. So choices. We have choices. This is what the message is. We have choices. The fork in the road. The time of decision has come. We all must choose. Do I stay in duality or move into oneness? A little reminder before I, sort of close up here and say that that's the only way we can proceed, is to take a moment every day, find a place to be quiet. Maybe you can only do it for 20 minutes. Meditate. Find a peaceful piece of music. Find something that makes you feel good. At any level. It doesn't have to be sound. It can be anything. You just, what makes you feel calm and peaceful? And start to recognize that feeling again. And then know that whether it's breathing, exercise, teachings, music, all of that are our tools that are there to help us choose peace within us versus the distortion and aggression around us. And I encourage you to try. It's like exercise. I'm not great with exercise. I skip a day here, I skip a day there, and I'll only do 10 minutes. And I know my brain is not stupid. It knows that, Charlie, you wonder why you are sore. You wonder why you can't lift that anymore. Why are you feeling old? Get back to work. The body needs you to direct it. It'll direct you, but in the wrong way. So let's all come back into balance within ourselves. And as we do that, the peace will become more and more visible and we'll be more able to receive it and work with it to a point where we have an excess of it, and we can sort of give it out to the world. We become peace generators. I like that, peace generators. So each of us have an ability to do that. And from Shanta Gabriel, I think it was last week in her readings, it was, if I can find the part that I wanted, was her biggest discovery. The biggest discovery for her, and it says, the biggest discovery for me is finding that just loving myself turns out to be the most empowering and fastest way to get me back into balance. Does not feel good when I am closed down to receiving. I don't have the energy I need to do what I love and would most uplift me. One of my favorite long-time affirmations is, I now allow myself to be loved and supported at all levels. Love yourself, love others. We can't love others if we don't love ourselves. We can't have peace in the world if we don't have peace in ourselves. We can't dispel the darkness that's around us until we turn on the light within us. You are all amazing beings. Keep going. Know that there's many, many, many more people who are awakening and dedicating their lives to help all of us raise that frequency within us so that our future generations are not trapped in a paradigm of horror. Bless you all. Thank you all. It's good to see you. It's good to be here. And yeah, I posted. I'm doing it a half hour later because of my sleep apnea and my sleep issues. And with that, you see, none of that has to stop us. If anything, I take the challenge that bring it on, because I will rise above all. That's my purpose. And that's your purpose, is to rise above all they throw at us and know that we are the most important species on this planet. And we need to correct our myths. I'll leave the rest of the word blank. Love you all. Thank you all. We'll see you next Friday. And blessings to each of you as we enter into spring or fall, wherever we are around the world, and know that we look forward to spring, and fall we say thank you. So, the gratitude and expectation. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We'll see you next Friday. Or you can find me on Facebook on my page, or I have a blog, or I have a YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm around. Bye. Much love.